Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's on the 11th of January. The date is very relevant to today's puzzle, which is themed around the 11th of January. Why is it themed around the 11th of January? Well, this is by an author who we first featured on the 11th of January last year. A year ago today, we did our first puzzle by Scott Strossal, and he's been a prolific creator of Sudokus since then, including his December Advent calendar, which was available on his own site. But he has sent us this to commemorate that 11th of January puzzle. And obviously it's the 11th today, so I'm going to give it a go. We have got some little killer and crop key consecutive rules only, I believe. So I'll get to that in a second. But first of all, I do want to mention what we have on Patreon, because it's a very exciting day. I'm absolutely sure that by the time you see this video, we will have passed the 3,333 Patreon level that we said would lead to us releasing Reverence Puzzle Hunt Cracking the Crypto. And that is a sort of code-based puzzle hunt that is now available on the website. It is, or if you go to our Patreon page, and if you're a subscribed Patreon, you will get to see that. There is just one image, but believe me, it leads you on a dazzling trail. And if people who send us I think it's a 4-word answer to that hunt, we will be reading out their names. Just as I am still reading out the names for people who have solved the January reward puzzle from January the 1st. Today, I've just got a couple of names to add to that list, Giles Blaber and Lars Vega Anderson, and that takes us over the 60 solvers number, I believe. So congratulations to all of those 61 solvers who've written in with the answer to January's puzzle so far. And other stuff on Patreon. I mean, we are trying to keep the content coming. We've already got Simon's solve of Mitchell Lee's Yagellin. That's brilliant. I haven't yet put up my crossword solve, so that'll be going up soon as well. We'll just probably let the hunt, Reverence Hunt, bed down for a day or two first. Anyway, that's all there. Obviously, there's still our apps that are available on the various links in the description field if you click show more. And you can play this puzzle by clicking the link, the first link under the video. Now, this, as I mentioned, Scott is commemorating his debut. I'm not even sure that Scott knows, however, what I just checked. This is, of course, it would be his 11th puzzle on the channel, so that fits in very well with the theme. So what we have here is some diagonal sum little killer clues. So this 11 says that this diagonal adds up to 11, and that one must as well. We have 6 others of those in a very neat symmetrical pattern. We also have a number of dots. Now, apparently everywhere where there are consecutive digits in this puzzle, a white dot has been provided between them. So those two must be consecutive. Those two must not be consecutive. So that's the rules. Do have a go on the link, and I'm going to play now, so let's get cracking. And how do we do this? So these, obviously, there's this group of 5 cells in each corner square that always adds up to 22. Maybe this one with the double connection is the place to start. Don't really know. Just thinking about possibilities. This can't be a 5-6 pair, because the whatever was here with a 5 or a 6 would need the other one next to it in one of those cells. If this was 4-7, this would be 3-4-5-7-3. Well, I guess we can just work on it like that. If it was a 7, it would be 6-7-8-4. How much is that? 21, 25 already. That's far too high. So this has to come down from 4. This could be a 3. We'd have 2, 3, 4, 8, 4. That doesn't work. I think it's going to have to be a 2. If my calculations are right, this must be right. That's a 1-3 pair. And yeah, that does at least allow it to be possible, I'm pretty sure that's a 7. So the 2 is the only possibility there that allows the two consecutive numbers to flank it and give a total that prevents a repeat there. So that is done. Here and here we have these consecutives marked. Now, we could use a bit of parity, I suppose. Any two consecutive numbers added together are always odd. And if this group of 5 is 22, which is even, we've got odd there, even there, this must be even. Not sure if that's really the right way to go about it. The same's true here because we've got 2 odd pairs there. That's probably not a very useful way of looking at it. However, these must be in the same direction. Like if that goes up, that must go up as well. So if we've got an even number there, how can we do this then? What are the various combinations? Okay, we could have a 1 in this 3 cell. Well, okay, no, the other way to look at it is we could not have a 1. We could have either 2, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 6. So I think 2, 4, 5 is all too tightly close together, isn't it? I suppose you could have 5, 6, 4, 3, 2. I have a feeling there's probably a logical way to actually rule out those various possibilities. I'm pretty sure 2, 4, 5 won't work. 2 can't go here because of the 2 we've got placed. If 2 went there, you'd have 4 and 5 here. The only way to have consecutive digits is 3 and 6. That doesn't add up to 11. If you put 2 here, you'd have 4 here, 5 here. You couldn't make the 11 work again. So it's not 2, 4, 5. Could it be 2, 3, 6? 2 here would bring 3 here and 6 here. You'd have to have a 1 there. That can't make 11. 2 here, you'd have 3 and 6. You could have 4 and 7 in those 2. So that is possible. 2 there. 3 would have to be there, so 7's not next to it in row 1 where we've already got a 7. So 2, 3, 6 is possible. Now the other alternative is to use a 1. And 1, 2, 8 can't happen because the 1 would always have to be next to a 2 and the 2 is already on the longer diagonal. So 1, 3, 7 can't happen because that has to be even. 1, 4, 5, you would have a 1 and a 5 here, and you couldn't get a 2 and a 9 on there. So this is the only possible arrangement that we've penciled in here. And in it goes, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. And that's another of these pairs of 11s resolved. Now, this one has the last 2 dots. Is it that simple? I don't think it is this time. For some reason, I think this is going to be a little bit more tricky. If you had, again, 2, 3, 6 would work with 4, 7 on the inside. You'd have to have the 2 there to achieve that. That's quite interesting. Maybe the same principles do apply. You can't have 1, 2, 8 because the 1 can't be there, and it also mustn't be next to the 2. Oh no, maybe you could have 1, 2, 8. You could have a 2, 9 pair here, 1, 8 outside and a 2 there. That would work. So, okay, that is possible. That would have to go 2, 9, 8, 1, 2. Now 2, 6, 3 I think would work as well, just in the same way as up here. Yeah, you'd need the 4 and 7. Unfortunately, there's quite a lot of possibilities to make that work. So No, I'm not. I'm a bit more nervous about that box. For some reason, I had a feeling it wouldn't be that helpful. Down in this box, we've only got the one white dot. That seems fairly unhelpful. Maybe what I need to do is focus on the Sudoku and the lack of white dots at the top right. Yes, where does 4 go here? It does not go in this cell because it must be next to a 3 and there's no white dot. It also doesn't go here because of that 4. So 4 is in one of those two. And that's quite interesting. Where does 5 go? Well, not in one of those two, or it would be touching the 4 and would need a white dot. So 5's in one of the other two. This cell, 1, 2, 3, 9, 7, if it can't be 5, which we've just discovered, it also can't be 6 or 8, which would both be next to the 7 and need a white dot. So that one is the 4. This isn't. This is 6 or 8. This is 5, 6 or 8. And this one is 5 or 6. It can't be an 8 because it's next to a 9 without a dot. So this may be the best way to go about the puzzle. Now, right, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. Where does 5 go? Not there, there, or there, because there's no dots between the 4 and the 6 and those cells. So 1, 8, and 9 to place. 1 can't be here. 8 can't be here. 8 and 9 can't be here. So that is the 1. 8 because it's next to the 7, 9 because that's already there. So these two are an 8-9 pair, which I can't resolve. Now, yeah, that can't be the 5 now, so we know where the 5 is, and I'm left with a 6-8 pair here. Ah, this can't be the 3 because it's next to the 4. 6-8 sees that cell, so that's sorted that one out. So in those two boxes, I'm just left with that 6-8 pair. Right, along here we have 1, 4, and 7. This can't be 4, it would be next to a 5. This can't be 7, because whether that's 6 or 8, it would be consecutive with it. 3, 5, and 9 here. This one can't be 3 or 5, being next to the 4. 9 there. 3 and 5 here. I can't disambiguate those. 2, 6, and 8 here. Right, 8 can't be there because of both the 7 and the 9. It also can't be there because there is a white dot. So 8 must be here. That can't be 6. No white dot to the 7. Wow, that's great. I mean, I love the way that works. This can't be 4 now, so 4 must be there. And look, all of those 3 boxes filled in with the exception of just 2 pairs left. Don't think I'm missing anything on those. Right. Now, let's have a look down here. Why not? Because I don't really want to approach these 11s cold. Fairly cold, actually. We've got some more numbers looking at them. But anyway, down here, we've got 2 white dots. We can't use 2, 4, or 9, or 1 or 3, because they've got nothing to connect to. So these must be 5, 6, 7, and 8 in some order, with 1 and 3 in the other two. This one, which does connect, is a 2 or 4. Okay, I don't quite know how to use that further. So maybe it was not the right way to go. Maybe I do need to look at... Okay, down here... No, down... Which one's better? This contains... Ah, okay, it doesn't contain 3, 2, or 5, or 4, or 1, because they couldn't connect. So, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, surely there's no 9. 9 there would need a 2 there, and you'd kind of have to have 8 and a 2, 1 pair. There's no 9. Can there really be an 8? 8 there would require 2, 1, 7, 4. Yes, there could be an 8. 8 there would put a 3 here. That's not possible. There can't be an 8 here. If there was an 8 there, there'd be a 3 here. This would be 7, and these would have to be a 3, 1 pair, which is impossible for any number of reasons at that point. So that is 7 or 6. This is 4 or 5. This is now 3, 4, 5, or 6 to connect to that. But surely, yeah, the absolute minimum these 3 cells can be now is 6, 2, 3, which is what they need to add up to. So let's go with the minimum. 6, 2, 3, 4 and 7, that all works. And we can go back to the normal non-consecutive Sudoku effectively. 5 can't be there or there, so it's in one of these two. 1 can't be there or there, so it's in one of those two. Not getting much help from above. 9, all I know is that. So that forms a triple with 1, 5 and 9. This cell must be an 8. Yeah, it can't be 1 because it's next to the 2. It can't be 5 because it's next to the 6. And it can't be 9 because that's up there. So it is an 8. That fixes this 6, 8 pair. 3, 5 and 7 down here, but this can't be 5 or 7. That can't be 7. This is a nice puzzle. I mean, very good, Scott. Really impressive. Where does 4 go in column 1? Not next to the 5 or 3 without a dot, so it's got to be here. 1, 8 and 9 to place. Not easy to do. Where does 6 go in this column? Not there or there. So 6 goes here. 6, 3, 5, 9, 1, 2. 5's in one of those. These are from 1, 2 and 9. They must include the 9 because they can't be 1, 2 next to each other. So now these ones are from, and they must include the 2, which that tells me is not over there. So, sorry, that's 2 and 9. This is 1 and 8. I can't decide how they work, but 9 there. 5 and 1 go in. Right, 2 can't be next to the 9. And loads more done. This now can't be 5 or 6. Because 6 would be next to the 5. And we know that in this column we were having 1, 5, 6 pair and 1, 7, 8 pair. So this must now be in the 7, 8 pair. This must be the 5, 6 pair. I can see that that's not a 1, clearly. 1, 2 go in there. That 1 resolves the 8. 1 pair in box 4. This can't be a 1 by the non-consecutive rule. And now we are flying along. 3, 7 and 8 used here, but we still have to get 2 consecutives. Well, 9 must be in these other cells, along with either 4 or 6. 5 must be in one of these cages. So must the 1, 2 pair. So the 1 has to be here. That's clear enough. 1, 2. The 5 is there with either 4 or 6, and the 9 is there with either 4 or 6. But in fact, that one can't be 4 or 6 because of being next to 5. So that's the 9. And this is the other part of the 4, 6 pair. And we know what it is from that 6 at the top. Excellent. 3 and 8 to go in here. We can tell which way round because of the 2. This is now a 9. 7 and 4. That can't be 4 because of the negative constraint. I'm not sure I can... Oh yes, I can. There's a 5. I can fix those two, and down there too. So now we're just finishing off. 5, 7, 9 is a triple there. I don't know what the quick way to go about this is. Maybe using the 11 actually down here now. This is 3 or 9 by Sudoku. This is 5 or 8. So that's got to be a 3, 8. This is a 4 to be consecutive and not a 2. That must go with 6 and 1 there. So I think this is just going to finish us off. And 2 and 7 like that. And 1 box to go. It must all be just straightforward, thank goodness. 2, 3 and 5. The 2 and 3 must be next to each other. 9, 8 and 6. There we go. Very nice puzzle, not too difficult. Very nice approach. I'm not certain I did that in the most beautiful logical manner, but ruling out the impossibles gets it done, as it always does in Sudoku. It is basically an elimination puzzle always, and that's how we got to that one. So thank you very much to Scott. Thank you for your year of contributions since your debut exactly a year ago. You are very welcome to keep sending us puzzles because they're always high quality. And thanks very much to anybody who had a go at that, and thank you for watching. And do check out that Cracking the Crypto puzzle hunt on Patreon. Bye for now.